What I learned about female cheaters from my date stories. Guys, listen up. I'm 34F and back on the dating scene since my husband up and left for his co-worker. I know there is this golden rule not to talk about your ex, but the question pops up and I feel it is more easy to connect being open and knowing where a person comes from. So sadly I have collected some stories of men and I would like to share my observations. The stories: one girl had two lovers who knew about each other and sometimes she slept with both of them the same day. They took turns to see who would be the first one. She lives rent-free in BS house. He did everything for her, and all she did was duck around and calling him a loser behind his back. He was a kind, gentle soul who only believed his gut after he read all they said about him. One guy took in his ex when she was in so much trouble struggling to make things work with her 5 kids. He bought them a house and treated the kids as his own. She ducked around all the time. He didn't know. She convinced him to break up with her. She went and cried all over social media what in a hole he is, and 1 month out announced she was engaged with AP. One guy thought he had the love of his life, moved countries for her. They hit a rough spot. She cheated. He tried reconciliation but she didn't want to leave AP. She convinced him that Mono is stupid, that she loved him more than the other guy. He tried, thinking that indeed maybe he was too vanilla. It was modern. He tried his best. But it broke him. One divorced guy, on the path of starting to date, hit it off with a girl. He really felt great. Being loved again. She was all he hoped for and more. She always came to his house, and after a couple of months he jokingly said he wanted to see her house. She matter-of-factly told him she lived with her husband, who BTW didn't know anything about this. She couldn't understand why he made such a big deal about this. He was single after all? He wasn't doing anything wrong. So what my key takeaways are: women and men cheat as much. It is not a gender thing, but the gaslighting and the manipulation seems next level to me. Or maybe my ex was just not as good at it than others. But holy effing crap, dear kind gentle souls, please do not pick a project. Do not save a damsel in distress. She is using you and she will not thank you later. Cheaters have no shame, none. They are takers. They take your time, money, and effort and then take some lover on the side. One had an affair with a family member who was legally not too close for comfort but morally, OMFG. They are often beautiful on the outside. The guys can't believe their luck. This Insta model with 10,000 followers wants to date me? Don't fall for it. I'm not saying you can't have a beautiful woman, but be careful she is not making you her groupie. If she thinks she is too hot for you, or says things like, "You will never do better," run. She thinks she is above you and you just have to do whatever. If you are not up to satisfaction, she will take another lover. Take a woman who thinks you are hot too. Who wants you? Not your money, status or perks. You. Also, keep the faith. Talk about what your date's visions on fidelity and relationships are. There are good people out there. I know because I am out there. Don't bring your hurt and mistrust upon a new person. Last but not least, you did not deserve any of this. None of my dates worked out so far, but all were great. Sweet, sexy, bright, caring men. Who deserve nothing but the best. They need to be reminded so they won't pick out the broken people again. Just don't. You deserve better. I wish you all the best on your journey. Story 2. 4 years later, my ex-husband's AP makes me very uncomfortable. Not sure if this is the place for this, but wondering if any of you have been in this position. 2017 was D-Day when I found out my husband, high school sweetheart, father of my child, was cheating on me with a co-worker. She was freshly 18. This likely started when she was just 17, which is a whole other level of yuck. Obviously, I do not care for the girl. She knew he was married and did not care. It was justified to her because he told her we were separating. That was news to me. Regardless, I kicked him out. He moved in with her immediately and soon enough, she got pregnant. Fast forward to now. Their kid is 3. They are still together, dating and living together, but polyamorous. I still do not like her. She oversteps her role in my son's life. However, I realize there isn't much I can do about that. However, I've noticed she seems to be almost disturbingly obsessed with me. If I color my hair, she colors hers the same. I got a tattoo on my wrist, she got the same thing on her leg. I went to school and got into a very niche trade. She's now doing the same thing and asked me to put in a good word for her at my job. She tries to talk to my brothers on Facebook, she knows where my parents live, and their names, and talks to my son about them like she knows them. Has never met them, I'm not that close with them, my ex was not close with them. It's honestly unsettling. I am amicable with my ex for my son's sake. I wish there was some way I did not have to interact with her. Unfortunately, he sends her to pick up our son when it's his week with him. She answers the door and talks my ear off when it's my week to pick him up. She goes to every school meeting and sits at the table with me and the teacher while my son's dad is in the hallway tending to their 3-year-old. I have put up with it to not rock the boat and remain amicable, but she genuinely freaks me out and I don't feel it's fair to have to deal with the homewrecker this often. Talking to my ex about this gets me nowhere. He basically says, she's in my life forever, so deal with it. Story 3, Heartbroken and Lost. A long time ago, I posted here how my father cheated on my mom, and when my mom confronted him, he blamed it on my existence. I was hardly 8 at that time. I grew up believing I messed up my parents' marriage. I 21F didn't date for the longest time because I did not trust men. Last year, my mom convinced me that not all men are the same and I made a dating profile. I met my boyfriend there. We are turning 1 next month. I recently discovered that he has been active on dating apps. I made a dating profile, matched with him, and he asked me out on a coffee date. I confronted him and he denied everything. According to him, his cousins have been using that account to set him up with someone. I believed him and got back together with him. Today, I had a gut feeling and I checked his profile again. He updated his profile. I confronted him 10 days ago. I feel so heartbroken. It took me so long to let go of what my father did and trust another man. I feel like someone broke me into a million pieces. It was so hard to open up to someone, especially a man. Why do cheaters lie and still stay with their partners? Wouldn't it be easier for them to just leave and find someone else? I have been nothing but nice to this man. Went out of my way and avoided so many red flags because I thought I was being overly cautious because of my dad. I've been looking in the mirror and trying to see why my father and boyfriend decided to abandon my love like this. I've given them so much. Any advice on how to recover after being cheated on? Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, I say for you to spend some time on yourself and improve your self-confidence. Once your self-worth rises, you will choose a partner who reflects and values the same characteristics. Redditor 2, move on. You will find everyone doing the same asset. You need to recover yourself. Invest in yourself. Do not make the mistake of falling in some other relationship. Take time to heal. Focus on academics, career, earn and invest. For a relationship to work, everyone needs to work on the relationship. We have forgotten that. Truth, modesty, being honest is all past. Money speaks all the languages. Don't fall prey to these learn, earn and grow. Op answer, I'm starting to realize how common cheating is and it's heartbreaking. Thank you for the kind words. Update, checked other dating apps just to find the other cheaters in my family. My boyfriend and I are still together because my therapist and I have decided that we'll slowly detach and break up in April. After my exams because my GPA is extremely important to me and I can't let anything happen to it. Long story short, I had another gut feeling so I checked a few other popular dating apps. He's not there, however, I found my uncle's there. It's such a heartbreaking situation, because one of my uncles is having his baby this week. Already has a beautiful loving wife and a 3-year-old boy. I hate how dating apps have made relationships and marriage such a casual thing now. Loyalty is something that should always be established. No one should be asking for the other person's loyalty. I hope each one of us heals and finds the best version of ourselves. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1. Are you going to tell your aunt about her husband's profile? Op answer. Her pregnancy is high risk. I would like her to fully recover first, but yes. I'm letting her know. Redditor 2. Yeah, in these times you don't have to go out and carouse and converse and play the game to cheat. You don't even have to leave home. Set it up all online. Honey, I'm going to the gym, wham bam and back home. Kind of a sorry state of affairs. Op answer. You've explained it so perfectly. You don't even have to leave your home. Just helps me understand that I need to focus on myself and prioritize myself only.